football team, a really good football team, and a quarterback that might be the best in the country as far as the pocket back. So for our two differences in the game are the two biggest factors are defense's ability to take the ball away, 6 takeaways, 5 picks, and one fumble recovery, and Devontae Booker's ability to just own the run game, him and the offensive line, 200 plus yards. And so those are the two biggest determining factors in the game. I thought our D-line did a nice job getting consistent pressure. We didn't have a ton of sacks, but we were in his face and batting balls down, making him move around. And so I think that was a big part of the game as well. Special teams were kind of a non-factor, although Tom Hack's punting was very good. But never got anything underway in the return game. I guess Cubby had one return for about 20 yards. But, no big plays on special teams, no huge plays. But proud of our guys, proud of the defensive coaching staff. Put together a heck of a plan for Goff. And it wasn't our best night offensively. Coming out of halftime, or coming in at halftime, 5 takeaways, and only 24 points. And we should have had. We left some points on the field in the first half. But best thing about being 5-0 is now it's a chance to be 6-0. Got to get ready for next week. It's 7 straight. Right in the heart of the Pac-12 grind. It's just one right after another. And so we'll enjoy this for about a day and then get right back on the next opponent very soon. So questions?
Have you ever been a part of a secondary performance like that with 5 picks?
Ooh, it's tough to. Can't remember one. There may be one somewhere back there, but to come away with the secondary had 4 picks. Johnny Cole idea. Can't off the top of my head give you a performance that can match that as far as just be ball hawks back there.
This is a guy that threw 7 all of last year and 5. I mean, do you think you guys were confusing him or mixing coverages up?
A little bit of that. Yeah, I thought our defender did a nice job of showing one coverage, getting into another, showing pressure, backing out, disguising pressure, and getting into it. And so I think that was a big part of it. And then we just made some real athletic plays in the ball back there. What's the deal with the suit?
I wanted to show a little respect and dress up for you.
Looks good. Dress up well.
Kyle, Booby was saying here that he feels like Utah's the #1 team in the nation. They compete with Alabama and LSU. Are you feeling that way right now?
Well, Booby is a competitive kid. He's a young kid, a true sophomore. He's the one that made the play, by the way, at Ben. I'm sure y'all realize that. And it's great to see your kids with confidence. The players are not kids, the players with confidence and excitement. But we're not even in the midway point yet. We're 5 games in, 7 to go. So we've got a lot of football ahead of us. I think it's way too early to worry about anything but the next opponent.
I know you said the secondary was sort of a pleasant surprise during fall camp. At what point did you start to think they could be this kind of ball hockey?
About into the first quarter tonight. They had done some good things before, and they've really shown signs. But tonight, when they were it seemed like it was every series a big interception, and so they really came into their own tonight. Now they got to do it again. You can't rest on this game and think you've arrived. But tonight was the game that they really demonstrated what their capabilities are.
The offense was a little less balanced. It was more like last year. Is that just the way the game was being dictated, or were there some throws out there that were missed?
Yeah, I think a little both. I don't think we were quite as sharp in the throw. I know we weren't quite as sharp in the throwing game tonight, but we were pretty efficient. We came away with nearly 200 yards. Disappointing thing, I think we turned the ball over 3 times. 3 so but still, we're +3 in the margin, so that really is the difference. But us turning the ball over 3 times, we haven't done much over the last year and a half.
What did they do to make Britton Covey not much of a factor?
Did a nice job rerouting him, getting hands on, and taking him out of his route structure and disrupting the timing of what was going on. So that's something that they did a good job of getting him correct.
How do you draw up a 40-yard touchdown run for Devontae Booker like that?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. He's a heck of a back. We've said it many times. He's the focal point of the offense. The offense runs through him. And, he was great tonight. I don't know how many carries he had. 34 carries. So there you go. He doesn't get tired. The more the game goes on, the stronger he gets.
How much of that is sort of his offensive line, and how much of that is sort of his individual?
Well, offensive line's a huge part of that. We want to give that the impression he's doing all that on his own. We we were getting some guys blocked up up front, and I expecting on a counter play. And we put the counter play in this week, and thank goodness we did, because it probably accounted for nearly half the yards that DOT gaps.
Do you think the team blocked out kind of all of the media hype with game day and everything well, or do you think that had some effect on them?
I think they did. I think they handled it well. And, really looking, my barometer for that is looking at how they operate in practice and the work ethic and the focus and concentration. And so I'm not sure what they're doing on their spare time. They may be reading some things, but as far as when they go to work, and it's not a factor.
What was going through your mind as California was driving
We gotta
down
get
there
a
at the
stop.
very end?
Yeah, we gotta get a stop, and that's why you play college football. The excitement, and the adrenaline, big time players make big time plays in big time situations. You have to make big time plays.
You had a lot of good drives that ended with field goal attempts. That doesn't usually happen when you run the ball as well as your team.
Right.
What happened there?
Well, we just bogged down in the red zone, and it seemed like we got behind the chains in the red zone, and had to settle for some field goals, which, that's not good, particularly when you're playing a high-powered offense like Cal. It's gonna put up a lot of points. You need to capitalize. That's why I said we left some points out there, not only in the first half, but in the second half as well.
Can you expand a little bit? You said you're kind of going into the Pac-12 cave for 8 weeks to see how you emerge. And
Yep.
obviously a successful start, but Arizona State, I mean, you just got
Well, it's one after another. I mean, it's a gauntlet. And, it's what it is. We're used to it. It's nothing new to us. And we're down in the belly of the beast for the next 7 weeks, and we'll come out and see where we stand.
Did you have a chance to see that Michigan scoreline today?
Shutout again. I did see the final, 31-38. Heck of a football team.
Looking back on that game now, does it feel in any way like more of an accomplishment to come away with a win against that team?
Well, they're a good team, and they've gotten better as the season has worn on. We've gotten better as the season has worn on. That's the object of any program. I don't think there's a program in the country that hasn't gotten better as the season's worn on. But it certainly, with what they're doing now, it certainly gives that win what's really more weighted than we thought it was initially.
Corey Butler-Bird, are we gonna see more reps for him on offense?
Yep, he will. He'll continue to. He's still not he's a defensive back that spends some time on offense. He's not a receiver that spends some time at DB, and I don't see that changing. But he will have. He ran a nice post route tonight. Got that touchdown pass, great ball by Travis. But you'll see him. He'll probably up the reps on offense, but he's still going to be an integral part of our second half.
Do you say hi to John Stockton at all today?
I wish I could have. I didn't see him. I know he was here, but yeah, that guy is a legend. Never had a chance to meet him in person. We'd love to. Didn't get that chance.
You said you got behind the chains in the red zone. What caused that?
A number of things. We had some penalties down there, I believe. We had some negative yardage plays. You'll have to go back and watch the film. I may not have been in the red zone, but approaching the red zone. And it just seems like we found a way to screw up some of those drives as we approached and got in the high red zone area.
What do you have to do to develop a killer mentality in the red zone?
Well, we've had that. We were leading the league in offensive red zone production before today. And so we've been pretty good down there. We'll have to take a look at the film and see what the reasons were and make sure we're not getting predictable down there or anything like that. It's part of the process. It's continuing to try to self-scout and improve.
Penny Phillips had another missed field goal today. He's had a couple this year. Is there anything from his setup that's changed, or is it just honestly the distances?
Well, what was it, 48?
48.
Yeah, he hooked it. He started a little bit too far left, and he drew the ball and it hooked out of there. So the next couple, I think, get 2 more. We have 3 for 4 tonight. 3 for 4. So anyway, he made an adjustment, started aiming a little bit more to the right post and drawing it. The ball was gone tonight for some reason.
Did Andy give you any concerns about the new turf before the game?
The first day they were on it, it was different than the old turf. The old turf was kind of packed down and it was a little more forgiving for a kicker. But they're used to it now. It's not a problem. The first day it took some getting used to.
What are your thoughts on the Pac-12 with Wazoo winning at Oregon today and then USC having 2 home losses and then kind of some bizarre scores?
Yeah, it is. We're just getting started. Like I said, most teams have only played 2 or 3 Pac-12 games, and so there's a lot of football to be played. But it's a strange year. I guess we're the only undefeated team now left in the Pac-12, and so it's everybody's cannibalizing each other. I expect that will honest with you.
It seemed like you kind of backed off the blitzing in the second half. Is that because you felt maybe you were getting enough pressure with your front four?
That, and they had exploited a few of our blitzes. We had some peel blitzes in the night where we peeled it back and lost the game because of that. We knew that was a potential problem. They started to exploit it in the second half, so we backed off on that particular blitz package. But we still had some 5-man pressures you saw in the second half, but not as many, not as high a dose as we did the first half.
One more question, one more.
Do you feel your defensive tackles did a good enough job as far as collapsing the pocket in
It
front?
appeared so. We'll have to watch the tape, but those guys usually do a good job every week of collapsing the pocket and the ends. Do a nice job of getting around the edge, and that you have to work in concert with each other, with the tackles and the ends. And I think even though we're not getting the sack production that we had last year or the year before, we're still doing a good job up front.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.